General Technical Overview: Apple Incorporated (AAPL), listed on Nasdaq, has displayed a volatile yet predominantly bearish trend over the past 3 months, closing at 201.71 on June 10, 2025, down from 216.98 on March 12, 2025, reflecting a 7.04% decline. The stock hit a high of 225.62 on March 31st and a low of 169.21 on April 8th, showcasing significant price volatility driven by shifting market sentiment and elevated trading volumes. A volume spike of 184.40 million shares on April 9th coincided with the recovery to 198.85, hinting at institutional buying or selling. Technical indicators suggest a neutral to oversold state, with potential for a short-term bounce but persistent bearish pressure in the medium and long term. This analysis explores price action, volume, and technical indicators to evaluate AAPL's current trajectory and future possibilities. Price and volume analysis: AAPL's price movement over the last 3 months reveals a turbulent path with a clear downtrend. Starting at 216.98 on March 12th, the stock rose to a peak of 223.85 by March 27th before a sharp sell-off in early April, plummeting to 172.42 on April 8th. A 22.95% drop from the March high. A subsequent recovery pushed the price to 213.32 on May 1st, but it struggled to hold above 215.00, slipping to 195.27 on May 23rd before stabilizing at 201.71 by June 10th. Volume has been inconsistent, averaging 60-67 million shares daily, with notable surges on April 4th, 125.91 million, April 7th, 160.47 million, and April 9th, 184.40 million, aligning with major price movements. The VWAP on June 10th was 218.78, significantly above the closing price, indicating that trades occurred at lower levels, reflecting selling pressure. The April 9th _volume spike suggests potential accumulation or capitulation, meriting further observation. Short, medium, and long-term moving averages underscore AAPL's bearish trend across various timeframes. In the short term, the 5-day SMA is at 202.11, and the 5-day EMA is at 201.95, both marginally above the closing price of 201.71, signaling short-term weakness. The 10-day SMA, 201.67, and EMA, 202.09, are closely aligned with the current price, indicating a lack of strong directional momentum. Medium-term averages, including the 20-day SMA, 203.96, and EMA, 202.76, sit above the current price, forming resistance. The 50-day SMA, 202.91, and EMA, 206.65, further confirm the medium-term downtrend. Long-term averages such as the 100-day SMA, 216.64, and EMA, 218.18, are significantly higher, reinforcing the bearish long-term outlook. The gap between short and long-term averages suggests continued downward pressure absent a confirmed reversal. RSI, MACD, momentum, and other technical indicators as of June 10, 2025. The 14-day RSI is 47.37, indicating neutral conditions with a slight lean toward oversold, suggesting a possible short-term bounce but lacking a robust reversal signal. The MACD stands at -1.06, below the signal line at -1.18, with a positive histogram of 0.12, hinting at a potential reduction in bearish momentum. The 10-day momentum indicator is 150, reflecting a slight price uptick over the past 10 days. Williams percent are at -39. 25 is neutral, consistent with the RSI and showing no extreme conditions. The Money Flow Index, MFI, at 37.11 indicates weak buying pressure, reinforcing bearish sentiment. The stochastic oscillator, %K_15 at 48.41, %D_15 at 44.43, is neutral, while the 5-day stochastic, %K_5 at 37.42, %D_5 at 44.96, approaches oversold, suggesting a short-term recovery potential. The CCI_20 at -32.52 reflects mild oversold conditions, allowing for either consolidation or further downside. Critical support and resistance zones: key support levels are identified at 200.02, tested on June 9, 195.27 May 23 low, and 190. 42, April 10th. A breach below 200.00 could target 195.00 or 190.00, potentially revisiting April lows. Resistance levels include 203.96, 20-day SMA, 206.74 PSAR, and 213.54, Bollinger Band upper. The Bollinger Bands show an upper band at 213.54, middle at 203.96, and lower at 194.38, with the stock near the middle, indicating consolidation or a possible move toward the lower band. The PSAR at 206.74 remains above the price, supporting the bearish trend. The 200.00 level serves as a psychological support, while 210.00 is a significant psychological and technical resistance. Linear regression and price predictions. A linear regression model based on the past 20 days of closing prices shows a slightly downward slope, aligning with the neutral to bearish trend. Projecting for the next 5 days, assuming current momentum continues, suggests a price range of 198.50 to 205.00, with a midpoint of 201.75. This accounts for the neutral RSI 47, 37, and stochastic indicators, which may support a minor bounce or consolidation, but the bearish MACD and PSAR cap upside potential. External factors such as earnings announcements or macroeconomic developments could push prices beyond this range. Next day opening prediction. Given the close at 201.71 on June 10, 2025, with a volume of 32.12 million shares, the next day's opening is expected to range between 200.50 and 202.50, likely around 201.60. The neutral RSI 47, 37, and stochastic %K_5 at 37.42 suggest a flat or slightly lower open, while the positive MACD histogram 0.12 indicates easing selling pressure. The VWAP of 218.78, well above the close, implies that recent trades occurred at higher levels, potentially limiting immediate upside. Buy-sell signals. The current technical setup offers a cautious buy signal for short-term traders, supported by the neutral RSI 47.37, oversold stochastic RSI %K_5 at 71.17, and positive MACD histogram 0.12, suggesting a potential bounce to 203.96 or 206.74. A buy signal would be confirmed if the stock breaks above 203.96 with volume exceeding 60 million shares. However, the bearish MACD line and position below key moving averages call for caution. A sell signal is triggered if the price drops below 200.00, targeting 195.27 or 190.00, especially if RSI falls below 30 with declining volume. The Arun oscillator at -2143, with Arun down 8.00, below Arun up 28.00, indicates weakening bearish momentum but not a clear bullish shift at scenario-based movement strategies. In a bullish scenario, if Apple breaks above 203.96 with strong volume, traders could target 206.74 or 210.00, with a stop-loss below 200.00 to manage risk. In a bearish scenario, a break below 200.00 could push prices toward 195.27 or 190.00, where short sellers might enter with a stop-loss above 203.96. A neutral scenario involves consolidation between 200.00 and 203.96, ideal for range-bound trading with tight stops. Scalpers can capitalize on intraday swings, given the ATR_14 of 521, reflecting moderate daily volatility. Investment approach. By time horizon. Short-term traders can exploit neutral to oversold conditions, entering on dips near 200.00 and targeting 203.96 or 206.74, with strict stop losses below 195.27. Medium-term investors should await a trend reversal, confirmed by a break above the 50-day SMA, 202.91, and sustained trading above 206.00 with consistent volume. Long-term investors face a bearish outlook, as the stock trades below the 100-day EMA, 218.18. A long-term entry is more attractive above 210.00, supported by fundamental catalysts like strong earnings or new product launches. General conclusions and comments. In summary, Apple closed at 201.71 on June 10, 2025, down 7.04% over the past 3 months from its March high of 223.85. Neutral indicators like RSI 47, 37, and stochastic %K_15 at 48, 41, paired with a positive MACD histogram, 0, 12, suggest a potential short-term bounce, but the bearish MACD, -1, 06, PSAR 206, 74, and position below key moving averages indicate ongoing downward pressure. Critical support at 200.00 and 195.27, and resistance at 203.96 and 206.74 are levels to monitor. Volume spikes on down days, e.g. 184.40 million on April 9th, reflect selling pressure, while a low MFI 37.11 signals weak buying interest. Apple offers a high-risk opportunity for short-term traders, with limited upside for medium and long-term investors until a trend reversal is confirmed. Stay tuned for updates as we track AAPL's next moves in the dynamic tech market.